Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Justin Stapleton.
So we've been talking about the wildfires raging across Colorado right now. These are pictures you're looking at of the Royal Gorge Fire and Black Forest Fire. The Black Forest Fire in Colorado Springs right now under 0% containment, and there are at least 5 fires burning across the state. So far, the Black Forest has burned about 8,000 acres and unfortunately destroyed about 60 homes, or just over 60 homes. And mandatory evacuations also have been issued, but the good news with all of this is there have been no injuries reported just yet. But unfortunately, it does look like the weather is going to be improving for the firefighters and the folks and EMS personnel out there trying to get those people help. Let's go out to the storm tracker, and I've sort of drawn on the map what's going on right now. We got a lot going on across most of the country. We'll get to this in about 3 seconds here. But first, this is the culprit. We've got a huge ridge of high pressure just planted itself into the southern plains. Temperatures in places like St. Louis today around 96 degrees, hot down through Dallas. And then what it's doing is it's pulling in all of the hot, dry air from the Mexican plateau, which is down, again, just across the border. Big mountain ranges there. Winds heat up as they head down and then gets picked up by the high, and all of a sudden you get real hot, dry air. In addition, humidity levels still well below anything that would be helpful. We're talking like 15, 20%, single digits at times. Meanwhile, to the north of that, we've got an area of low pressure outside of Minneapolis that's ripping its way across much of the Great Lakes. Tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds, all on tap tonight, anywhere from Milwaukee, Chicago, up through northern Indiana, Detroit, and possibly even across much of Ohio and Pennsylvania overnight in towards tomorrow. We'll continue to keep the details on that. Meanwhile, here's our low continuing to pile in the cloud cover. The visual satellite, you can see at the beginning of the loop there, pretty much cumulus overcast times at times this afternoon. We've also been looking at just a few sun breaks out there and a few showers. Most of those are up into Western Washington, right outside of Portland. Back into the showers on that low. Still haven't made it here yet. And so that's when I think we'll see most of our rain chances as we head in towards our Thursday. Right now, we're looking at around 63 degrees at Corvallis, low 60s across the valley and out into central Oregon, mid 50s as you get out in through the coastline. And so here's what we've got. Here's our dip in the jet stream. Low will follow along with that, eventually bring the showers through by tomorrow. Then we start to see high pressure build in for about a day, probably Friday. Another big storm brewing back off to the west of that. I'll show you its location. We'll track it coming up at 6 o'clock, but here's how it breaks down over the next couple of days. Cloudy and drizzly at the coast overnight in through most of tomorrow. Lightly scattered showers for everybody inland. They should be gone and wrapped up into the mountains by the afternoon. Sunny again as we head towards Friday, and then this weekend, as I've been mentioning, a storm starts to brew offshore. That'll bring in a more southerly wind, which will warm the temperatures back up, but increase our chance for some thunderstorms, especially in the mountains early in the weekend. Could see some of those try to slide into the valley Sunday and certainly on Monday. So isolated showers on and off of the coast tomorrow, kind of a drizzly day overall, a little cooler too. Then you slowly warm things up, but as we go to Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, that's when we'll see the wet weather start to return. In the Umpqua Basin, we'll call for morning showers, very lightly scattered. Temperatures will get into the upper 60s. Quick jump back into the upper 70s to low 80s on Saturday. Looks like our best thunderstorm threat will be on Sunday for the Umpqua, and then lightly scattered showers early next week. Cascade, scattered showers tomorrow. Dry on Friday, but then thunderstorms could be some strong ones firing up through the weekend. Bend and Redmond, same story. Temperatures in the low 60s tomorrow, mid 70s, and thunderstorms Sunday and Monday. And finally, here in the valley, we'll see just some isolated showers on and off throughout the day, guys. Our best chance of rain that we've seen this month so far, but then drying out for a couple of days before the rain's back next week.
All right. Thank you, Justin.
You bet.
High schoolers are teaming up with